Hello bookish friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi, and today we are starting a cozy weekend slash kind of reading vlog. So it is Friday, August 9th when I'm starting this. It is about 4:50 p.m. and Louis chooses the most inconvenient times to gulp down his water. Anyways, Chris is actually going downstate tonight to go golfing with his cousin tomorrow. So Louis and I have the house to ourselves tonight. He is at like a work happy hour for his interns right now. He should be home by like 5:30, and then he's probably gonna leave between like 6:30 and 7 to go downstate. He probably won't be home until like 7, maybe 8 tomorrow. So we're gonna do a little mini 24-hour readathon-ish. I'm not gonna like stress myself out, like try to read 2 books in the next 24 hours because I don't know if you can hear my voice, but I feel like I'm getting a little sick. Throat's a little scratchy and I'm just feeling like completely drained of all energy, but it is what it is. We're also going through a massive storm right now. It has been downpouring, and after I film this intro, I'm gonna throw in like a 3-minute clip of just like rain ambiance and Louis ambiance, because I was recording the rain to show you like how heavy this rain is and kind of get you all the like cozy vibes. And then Louis decided that he wanted to watch the storm from our back door, and it was like too cute not to record. So the next clip you'll see is gonna be like a 3-minute ambiance of Louis storm watching. I wanted to quickly update you on my reading. There really hasn't been much. I have been trying to read The Serpents in the Wings of Night, and I've only gotten like 75 pages into this. I just have been so exhausted by the time it's like bedtime that I literally get in bed at 9:30 and I'm dead asleep. My full-time job has been so busy over the last couple weeks, so I've been working longer. I don't get home as early as I normally do, so when I do get home, it's like I instantly have to cook dinner, then Chris and I eat dinner, and then I clean up, and then we've been watching Game of Thrones, so we do that, and then all of a sudden it's like bedtime, and I just have not had time to read or dedicate much time to reading. So Chris going away couldn't have come at a better time because I need a break from Game of Thrones and I need to read. We are actually not going to start with this book. I think I'm gonna give myself a little bit of a break because every time I pick it, I've been reading it on my Kindle, but I have the physical book. It's just like not hitting the way I want it to hit right now, and I have something else that I think is going to, and that book is A Curse So Dark and Lonely by Bridget Kemmerer. I have no idea how to pronounce that author's name. But I recently stopped at a Barnes & Noble down in Paramus, New Jersey on my way home from work one day. And my original plan was to just stop, go to the cafe, get a drink and a breakfast sandwich, and go to the bathroom, and potentially buy The Grandest Game by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. And I ended up coming out with 2 books from this author and then a like cozy apocalyptic book, which sounds crazy, and not the Jennifer Lynn Barnes book. I found, actually I should go get it. Hold on. So the Barnes & Noble that I went to had like a special edition slash sprayed edges little like setup, and this book was on it, and this is Forging Silver into Stars by that same author, Bridget Kemmerer. I have no idea if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And it had like really pretty sprayed edges, and I read the description of this and then looked it up on Goodreads, and it seems like this is a brand new series from her. It seems like this series takes place like a couple years after this, and it didn't necessarily say that you have to read this series first, but I was like, I like to do things in the way they're supposed to be done. So I got the first book in, what is this series? I should probably look it up. Oh, I'm so tired. I like tried to take a nap and the rain just like got really bad, and I was so intrigued, and now I'm just like, you know what, I'm gonna make myself coffee and get this reading vlog going. So this is the Cursebreaker series, and this is book 1. I think there's only 3 books in this series. Yeah, there is only 3. But it seems like a lot of people like this series, and everybody who has read this book said that they were like so excited to be back in this world. So we're gonna try to read this one. It is, I think, young adult fantasy, and it seems like it could read pretty quickly, and like my gut is just telling me to read this book. And the last time my gut told me to read a book was When the Moon Hatched by Sarah A. Parker, and that ended up being like one of my favorite books that I've read so far this year. So clearly my gut's trying to tell me something. And then the other book I want to read is actually a manga, graphic novel, whatever you want to call them, and that is Fruit Baskets. I'm not even going to try to pronounce this author's name because I know it's just not going to work, but this is the book. After a family tragedy turns her life upside down, plucky high schooler Tohoru Honda takes matters into her own hands and moves out into a tent. Unfortunately for her, she pitches her new home on a private land belonging to the mysterious Sohama clan. And it isn't long before the owners discover her secret, but as she quickly finds out when the family offers to take her in, that family has a secret of their own. When embraced by the opposite sex, they turn into the animals of the Chinese zodiac. I picked this up a while ago and I was like, that could be fun. There's really, was that just out of focus the entire time? If those clips were out of focus, I'm so sorry, but there's like art. It just looked so cute, sounded really cute, had really good ratings on Goodreads, and it is just in black and white. For my August TBR, I pulled a graphic novel, and this is the one I chose because a lot of the other ones I have are like fall spooky season reads, in my opinion. So we're gonna read this one because I know I can read this quickly. I can probably read this in like a sitting or two, depending how long I can actually like focus for. So I want to probably start with this one. That's what my gut's telling me, is to start with this one so I can like finish this tonight for sure and be like, wow, I'm so motivated to keep reading. And then hopefully we can read a decent amount of this over the weekend. Realistically, for the 24-hour readathon part of this, my goal is to read this entirely and then get at least maybe 100 pages into this, and then my goal for the entire video for this cozy weekend reading vlog is to maybe finish this, and if I somehow do that, maybe keep reading in The Serpents and the Wings at Night, because I am enjoying this. It's just like not doing it right now. Like I feel like my brain needs a little like revamp. And yeah, the last 3 books I read in the month of July were so good that it kind of put me into a reading slump, and I really haven't wanted to read anything in the last week and a half since August has started, which is obviously not good because then I have no content. But we are going to get some reading started. Like I said, it's about 5 p.m. I am 1001% gonna make myself a coffee right now because I need energy. I could probably legitimately fall asleep right now and stay asleep until tomorrow morning. Like, I'm so sleepy. Gonna go make myself a coffee, which you'll see, and then I'll show you which book I decide to read. I don't know which one we're gonna go with. You will see the B-roll of the rain in Louis storm watching. So let's get right into it. Okay, sorry, before we get into the reading vlog, I quickly want to thank today's video sponsor, which is, of course, Pair Eyewear. Pair Eyewear is a online glass retailer that has probably one of the most unique pairs of glasses I've ever had in my life. I'm wearing the Murphy style right now in the tortoise color. The lighting is really off in here because it's really stormy right now, but look at how quickly I can go from blue light reading glasses to blue light sunglasses. Their main focus is being able to easily change out the style of your glasses with just the click of a top frame. I actually love that because I'm definitely somebody that likes to maybe try new styles, but I don't want to fully commit to a new pair of glasses. I also need blue light filtering in my glasses, so to buy a brand new pair of blue light glasses over and over again is just not cost effective. So that's why I love Pair Eyewear so much, because I can easily change my style or switch to sunglasses. I also have the curvy style, which these ones are a little bit smaller. I also love these ones, and these are also in the tortoise shell. Like, look at how quickly I can just like change out the style of these glasses. They are just so versatile. And I also have the sun tops for these ones too. The biggest thing I think I love about Pair Eyewear is just how affordable they are, how many freaking styles of top frames they have. Like, it's actually insane when you go and look at their website because there are literally so many different options. They have so many different collections for holidays, seasons, shows, movies. These are my Harry Potter ones. You've probably already heard me talk about them 1,000,001 times, but I just love them. And I also love their Pair for a Pair program, where when you buy a pair of base frames, they donate a pair of base frames to somebody in need. Getting started with Pair Eyewear is super easy. All you will do is you will just go to the paireyewear.com website. Obviously, this brings you right to their front page. It shows you exactly how you can pick your custom pair of glasses. It shows all of the collections that they have with so many different amazing companies. It shows you just some of their newer collections. And then if you scroll up to the top, you can shop women's, men's, or kids. So let's do this from start to finish. The style I am currently obsessing over is this Murphy style, and I have it in the tortoise shell style. So then you'll go to build and purchase. You can choose whatever kind of lens you want. I personally do the non-prescription, but I should do the prescription for my next pair. And then I do add blue light filtering. Look at how many options they have, 497. They have so many different styles, you guys, like it's not even even funny. From solid colors like these red ones, they have marble, they have all of these different types of sun top, sparkly ones. There's literally so many for every kind of style, and no matter what your style is, you will find so many top frames that you love. I love this one right here. And then once you choose however many top frames you want, you just go to add to cart, and that is it. And then you will just check out. That is my little spiel on Pair Eyewear. I want to very kindly thank them again for sponsoring this video and continuing to support my channel. If you want to check them out, you can use the link in my description box below, or you can use code Lexi'sReading15 for 15% off your first order. Now that that spiel's over, let's get into reading. But first, we're gonna make some coffee. We're gonna choose what book we're gonna read, and then Louis gonna squeak his toy, and then we're gonna watch Louis do some storm watching. Hey, Tinklu, you would totally go outside in that, wouldn't you? That's not happening. You're not going out. You see how hard it's raining? You like watching the rain? That is not enough. I'm gonna have to brew more. Actually, that should be good for now. We'll see. And if I gotta make another one, I gotta make another one. Y'all already know. Finishing this bottle up. Don't worry, I got 4 more downstairs. Also, this cup is from Coffee and Goodreads. You can use code Lexi15 to get 15% off anything on her website. I love her. Also, let's take a moment for this straw. This straw literally has a fucking bow on it. This straw is also from Coffee and Goodreads. Yes, Louie, I know. Which you can get on her website, I think. If not, sorry. As you you saw, I tried to read this, but in mangas, specifically Japanese mangas, there's like a reading way, and you obviously read it back to front, and I'm used to reading obviously front to back, and then like when you actually are on a page, you read left to right, but with these ones you read bottom right. How is it? Like in these you go like this way and like this way. So it's like very backwards from what I'm used to, and I was trying to read this and my brain just like could not catch on. Like I could not understand what the hell I was reading, and there's a lot of characters and it's hard to focus on the pictures in a manga when you're trying to read the words and like actually understand what's going on. So I got like 10 pages in and I was like, you know what? I don't think this book is for me. I think this is too advanced of a manga for me. I'm used to Killing Stalking, which is pretty much 2 characters at all times, and it's very, very simple to read, and that one reads front to back, left to right. So I don't think this is for me. I think if you like manga, you would probably like, this is a very well-beloved series, which I'm really sad because this edition is so pretty, but there also is like 12 books in this series. So happy I only bought the first one, but I'm going to unhaul this officially, and that's gonna be that. I didn't even count it on Goodreads because I literally didn't read it really. So we're gonna unhaul this. And then I was like, all right, well maybe I'll try reading another manga that's maybe a little more simple and a little shorter. So I picked up Spy Family, but as I told you in the intro, I'm not feeling 100%. Like my throat is feeling really scratchy right now, and I feel like I just sound like I'm getting sick. I don't have much brain power because I was up really early this morning. I had to drive to Harriman, I had to do a ride along with the driver, I had to get back to the DC and then drive back to home and then pick up my car from getting inspected. So it's been a long day. I'm really tired and my brain is just like, I don't think it wants to read right now. Maybe in a little while it will, and after I like relax for a little bit. So Chris just left. It's now 7-ish p.m., a little after 7. I just ordered myself some Domino's because I'm treating myself. I was gonna get sushi like I always do when he goes away, but I don't feel like going anywhere and leaving the house. Like I'm literally in a growlfit. I don't know if you can see, I'm literally in a growlfit. I just want something that was easy to order. I didn't have to interact with anybody to order, and they bring it right to my house. So I just ordered some Domino's, and I started watching the new Netflix show, A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is based on the book by Holly Jackson, which I loved that book. I think that was probably one of the greatest YA thrillers I've ever read, and they made it into a movie, and it's a show, and it's a 6-episode show on Netflix. So I think what I'm gonna do is watch that and finish that, because I think I've already watched, I think I'm on episode 3, like maybe 20 minutes into episode 3, and there's obviously 6 episodes, they're 45 minutes each. So I think I'm gonna like just let my body actually relax for once. I am very much the type of person that's like, oh, I have free time, I have to read as much as I possibly can, instead of just like letting my body relax. This past week has been an absolute week from hell. Actually, it's been like a month from hell, if I'm being honest, because as you know, Louis had stomach issues, and it still hasn't, oh, I'm on episode 4. It still hasn't gotten completely better. He's definitely doing a lot better than he was when he was first having his diarrhea issues. He's still not having solid number 2s. Sorry to overwhelm you with information about my dog, but he's still hasn't had solid number 2s in a very long time, and he went through an entire antibiotic. He's taking probiotics, which I actually have to go pick up more from the vet, and it just doesn't seem like it's helping. So I don't know if maybe something's wrong with his kidneys or something. I don't know what's wrong with him. I don't even want to think about it because it stresses me out. It makes me really sad because he's my child. I've just been like very stressed every time I leave the house, because I'm like, oh my god, is he gonna have an accident? Am I gonna come home to shit on the carpet? Am I gonna come home to puke? But he's done better. There have been no accidents since the really traumatic one right before we went to Punta Cana, like July 18th or whatever the hell it was. There have been no accidents since then, and he seems like he's doing a lot better, just not 100%. And I don't know if maybe it's like a food allergy. We might have to switch his food. I don't know. He's going back to the vet next week to get some blood work, so hopefully that will figure things out, and they'll just tell me like, you know what, you probably should just switch his food. But anyways, I don't even know how I just got on that tangent. Oh, I was saying how my body is just exhausted. So I've been dealing with that for like the last month, and then work is just crazy right now. Like it is just so busy. It's taking a lot out of me, and I just have not relaxed in like a month. Like I've been on edge and stressed for the last month straight. I think my body is finally getting to a point where I'm like coming down from that. Louis is getting better. Chris and I are home a lot more. I just have the weekends to just like veg out. And it's been rainy and crappy, which actually it's kind of nice out right now, but I would love for it to rain for the rest of the night so I don't feel guilty about being inside. I'm going to watch A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I'm on episode 4 actually, so I have 4, 5, and 6. So I'm just gonna like binge this and watch it, and then I will tell you my thoughts after, because I have some thought of this compared to the book. We're gonna watch this, eat our Dominoes when it gets here, and then we will chat about this show and my thoughts and review after. Hi friends, don't mind my hair, I know it looks crazy. I'm clearly in bed now. It is legit 10 o'clock and I am so ready to go to sleep. Like, I'm exhausted. But I did eat my Dominoes and I feel like shit after eating it for just being such a fatty that I'm like, ugh. I feel like, ugh. Because of that, I just finished A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I don't think it needed to be a 6-episode like mini-series. I think it could have been like an hour and a half, maybe 2-hour movie, because I feel like in the show they focused more on like the relationship specifically between like Pip and her friends, which love that, loved it in the book, love it in the show, but it focused more on that and like less on Pip figuring out this cold case. And I mean, I read the book so long ago that honestly I don't know exact details of like how it happened in the book, but I feel like it focused more on like her inner thoughts and how she kind of put all these things together, and like in the show you're kind of missing that. So I feel like maybe that's why I'm not liking the show as much as I like the book. And I think some of the acting was absolutely terrible in the show. Like the person that played, we're just gonna have to deal with this darkness because I'm too lazy to figure out where else I'm gonna stand. And this hair is just, I know it's crazy. Some of the characters were just not it. Like the guy that played Max Hastings did not look like a kid going into college. He looked like he was like 25 or 26 years old. And he wasn't that cute. I don't know. And some of the acting was really corny. Like, skip ahead. I'll write on the screen somewhere where you should skip ahead to if you don't wanna like hear spoilers about the show and the book, because obviously it happened in the book and the show. You know, I'm just gonna go like this because the lighting is killing me, but this is a terrible angle. Hold on. So, spoiler alert if you don't want to know. So Andy Bell obviously did die, and it was her sister that killed her. Well, it was like the teacher that she was in a relationship with pushed her, she hit her head, she walked home, and then her sister was the one who finally like pushed her and it killed her. And the acting during that, like Andy dying in that was so awful. Like the way she acted it out, I was like, oh my god, that's literally how I look when I pretend to play dead to see what Lou would do. Like, it was bad and it was embarrassing and awkward and cringe to watch. So I feel like some of the acting was really bad. Overall, I really like who played Pip. I think the girl's name was like Emma something. I thought she was perfect for Pip because she was very quiet and like soft-spoken, but like was a badass when she needed to be and wasn't afraid to tell Max Hastings like, you deserve everything bad that's coming to you and I'm gonna be the one to do it. I don't know. Overall, I enjoyed the show just because I read the book and I loved the book so much, but I don't think it was the best show ever, you know? Like I said, it's literally 10:04, but I'm so tired and I'm like really starting to feel like shit. It could partially be the Dominoes, but I think I'm like getting ill, which is not good. I did bring a book up here with me thinking maybe I'll try to read a little bit, but I don't think it's gonna happen. Like, look at me. I look like I'm ready for bed. But I did bring A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I don't even think I told you what this was about earlier. And I've heard that it's kind of like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. Some sort of romantasy where somebody is cursed and they break the curse and save the kingdom. I don't know. But honestly, I think I'm just gonna put on Friends and call it a night because my brain is just like shutting down on me. And it feels like my body is shutting down on me. I just clearly need to go to sleep. I can't stop yawning, but I'm gonna go to bed. I'm hoping tomorrow's gonna be nice so I can sit outside and get some reading done in the morning. Let's see what the weather's gonna be like. Ooh, yes, it's gonna be sunny and somewhat cool in the morning. It's gonna be like mid-70s. Oh yeah, we're gonna do some outdoor reading tomorrow. I love mornings like that where I can wake up, make my coffee, and then just like go sit in the gazebo and sit outside with Louie. It's just like, those are good for my soul. So I'm gonna go to bed. This 24-hour readathon is just an epic fail. We're not even gonna say we're doing that anymore. This is kind of just gonna be like what I do in a weekend. I gotta go. I can't be looking like this on the internet. Okay, good morning, friends. It is Saturday morning, 8:30, which I'm never usually up this early on a Saturday. But when you go to sleep at literally 10 o'clock, you get up at 8:30. And honestly, I'm not mad about it because I feel like I have so much time before Chris gets home to like get shit done. And I don't really have much of an update, obviously. I didn't read a single thing yesterday. I literally only watched A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, which is totally fine. We are gonna go sit outside in the gazebo. It's like kind of muggy out, but on the cooler side. So we're gonna go sit outside. I think I'm gonna, what is going on with this camera? I think I'm gonna give this one more try now that I understand like how to read it and like which way in the page you read it. So I think I'm gonna try this again. We'll see. I don't know. If not, we are just gonna focus on A Curse So Lonely and Dark and see how far we can get into this over the next day and a half or however long I'm gonna have this video going till. We're gonna go sit outside and I'm gonna set up my camera for like 10-minute reading sprints. I saw Olivia Reads a Latte do it in one of her recent videos. It was probably one of the weekly vlogs. Like she literally just set her camera up and let it go for 10 minutes and sat there and read and like didn't edit any of it out, so that way like it felt like you were reading with her. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna feel like you're reading with me. I don't know what we're gonna read, but I'm gonna wait for my coffee to cool down a little bit, go outside, read. We'll do a 10-minute reading sprint and then I will come back in, check in, tell you which book I actually read, what it's about, and my thoughts so far. So let's go. Look at these boys sunbathing. My flowers also are officially dead from all the rain we've been getting. I'm so sad. I loved those ones. Are you sunbathing? Yeah, you're a good boy. Alright, let's start our 10-minute reading sprint. Let me put a timer on. And let's see. I'm gonna start with fruit baskets just to see. Give it 10 minutes, I guess. I don't know. See me that well, but it's fine. I got to page 28 of this, and now that I know how to read it, I'm definitely moving a little quicker, so I think I'm going to continue with it and just read through, because obviously it doesn't take that long to read. So in 10 minutes I just read almost 30 pages, so I feel like I can finish this pretty quickly. So I'm going to sit here for a little bit and just keep reading this. Basically, what I've understood so far, our main character in this book, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce names because I know I'm just gonna butcher them. Our main character, her mom died, so she was like trying to figure out where she was gonna go live. All of her family had like other reasons why she couldn't live with them, and so she decided to live in a tent. And one day she was like exploring and found this house and saw these little, like, what the heck are they called, like zodiac stones outside drying, and she ended up talking to some guy that lived in the house. They go to school together, they walk to school together, and that was it. I don't know where it's gonna go from there, but I'm just going to keep reading, and then I will be back when I have an update, maybe midway through this, and we'll see if we're gonna keep going or we're gonna DNF. I don't know. I just got to chapter 2, and I don't think I'm gonna keep reading this because it just seems like there's a lot going on and I just don't understand it. And honestly, I want to read stuff that I'm interested in, and I kept finding my brain wandering. We're gonna officially unhaul this, even though I know I said that last night, but. And now we're going to start a Curse So Dark and Lonely. I think I briefly talked about this last night, saying how it's like a Beauty and the Beast retelling. It says, fall in love, break the curse. First to repeat, the autumn of his 18th year, Prince Ren of Emberfall thought he could be saved easily if a girl fell for him. But that was before he turned into a vicious beast and destroyed his castle, his family, and every last shred of hope. Nothing has ever been easy for Harper, with her father long gone, her mother dying, and her brother constantly underestimating her because of her cerebral palsy. When she tries to save a stranger on the streets of Washington, D.C., she's pulled into a magical world Break the curse, save the kingdom. Harper doesn't know where she is or what to believe. A prince, a cure, a monster. As she begins to understand what's at stake, Ren's hope comes flooding back. But powerful forces are standing against Emperor Fall, and it will take more than a broken curse to save Harper, Ren, and his people from utter ruin. I'm gonna start this. I'll be back when I have some sort of significant update. Hi guys, it is a couple hours later. It's now noon. I can't remember the last clip I filmed. I'm pretty sure it was just me updating you outside. I don't even know. Since then, I took Lueur for a walk. I ran some errands that I had to get done, made myself some lunch, and watched an episode of Fixer Upper, and now I'm gonna go sit back outside and get some reading done of A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I haven't read a single page. I'm epically failing at the reading portion of this vlog. It's whatever. This is a weekend in my life, and this is what life is like, you know? So I want to try to get as much reading done in the next couple hours. Chris should probably be home, I would say maybe by 8, I don't know. That means I have 8 hours of peace and quiet left, because I know once he gets home he's gonna want to watch Game of Thrones, because we're on like season 7, I think. So we're like in the home stretch of being done with it. I'm gonna see how much I can get read in the next couple of hours here. I'm not gonna like stress myself out to be like, I'm gonna read X amount of pages. I'm just gonna read what I can read, and that's that. We're gonna go outside, get some reading done, and I'm gonna drink my coffee because I never ended up finishing it this morning because I got busy by said things I said earlier. So let's go. Let's do another 10-minute reading sprint. Here we go. Set my timer. 10 minutes. I love when books have names.
I read, wow, 10 pages, interesting. And I've read from each perspective. You get two perspectives. One is Ren, who is the prince of Emberfell. And I think he has like this curse on him that he relives his autumn of his 18th year of life, and that's pretty much all I know. And then Harper is our other main character who lives in DC. Her brother is like a bill collector for probably like a drug dealer, and she is like his lookout, and she has cerebral palsy. So that's all I know so far, but I'm gonna keep reading and I will check back in when I have some sort of significant update. Hi friends, it is now, what time is it? 3:30, and I got the sudden craving for French onion soup, which is crazy because it's like hot out. Chris and I were at a wedding and we went to dinner the night before, and the restaurant had the best French onion soup I've probably ever had in my life. So since then I've been like craving it, and I've made it once before and it wasn't as good as that one, obviously. So now I want to try it again and try a couple, like a mashup of a couple different recipes. So I just had to run to the grocery store to grab a couple things. So I'm back now and we're gonna make some French onion soup and continue reading in between them. I'm actually on chapter 11, page 88. And I'm really enjoying this. Not much has really happened, but like also a decent amount has happened. So once I get the onions going in the soup and I'm just like waiting for them to caramelize, I will come back, give you a reading update, and then continue to read. And I will show you the result of this soup because I'm hoping it's gonna be really good. So let's make some French onion soup. Okay, the soup is done. Just need to give it a final stir. Oh my god, it smells so good. I did give it a quick try and it's definitely better than the last one I made. So now we need to put it in my favorite thing that I have ever, my little Crocs. Add the soup, add some croutons, and then add the cheese, broil it for a little bit, and then we can enjoy.
right, we are here for a taste test. I'm so scared. But like, how delicious. You can't even see. You saw it in the clip before. It looked really good, I'm not gonna lie. And I love my little Crocs. I actually thrifted these at a Savers in Brookfield, Connecticut. And I absolutely love them. All right. I'm scared because this is probably really hot. The only thing I hate about French onion soup is like trying to get the cheese because it's so melty. I'm so excited to see how this is gonna be. It's definitely thicker than the last soup I made. Come on. That's tasty. I just literally tried it off my fingers. Okay, let's see. It's so hot. I should not be eating soup right now. Like hot outside. That smack. I'm not gonna lie. That is so good. It's definitely a lot more flavorful than the last French onion soup that I made. And I think it's because I used this I used everything that the recipe said, and then in addition to that, I added an extra beef bouillon cube or whatever the hell those things are. I added extra of that, and the recipe that I followed called for like an entire thing of beef broth and then 1.5 cups of chicken broth, and I just did 1 cup and an extra half cup of beef broth. I think that made a difference. And then I also added on this pre-mixed packet of French onion mix, which I think that also helped. Highly recommend. I never used to be a French onion soup girly, and now I like freaking love it. I don't know what happened. I think one day I just wanted to make it for Chris, and then from there I just started liking it. And then when we went to Casanova for the wedding that I was telling you about, and we had that really good French onion soup there, I was like, wow, that was really good. And this was really good. So I am going to finish eating this. It's about 5:52 to be exact. So I'm gonna finish this soup. I did all my laundry today, so after that you're gonna see me putting that away, and then I think I'm gonna take a shower, and then I can sit and relax until Chris gets home. He has not left yet. That 19th hole when men are golfing, man, it'll get them. If you're not sure what I'm talking about, the 19th hole is the bar. And that hole takes forever, man. He hasn't even left yet, and it says he's 3 hours and 10 minutes away, so he realistically won't leave till 6:30. Honestly, he probably won't be home till 10. And then he wants to watch the men's Olympic basketball game because obviously USA and France are playing, which that already happened, and I recorded it for him, and we're gonna watch it together. But 10 p.m. he's not gonna be home till then. That's pushing it, but we'll see. We'll probably watch it. I mean, I'll probably stay up till midnight tonight, hopefully. I can stay up that late. I need to actually not hopefully. I don't wanna mess up my sleep schedule. That's why I hate staying up late on the weekends, because I sleep in on the weekends. That just messes up my whole sleep schedule for the week. But I'm gonna stop rambling. I'm gonna finish the soup, put my laundry away, take a shower, and then we're gonna get back into reading. I wanna get at least halfway through the book I'm reading right now, which is A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I just hit 100 pages, and the halfway point is 238.5 pages. So if I can get to 239, I will consider today a successful day, even though I already consider today a successful day because I've done a lot. And then maybe we can finish the book tomorrow. We don't really have plans for tomorrow, which is nice, so I guess we'll see. But I'm gonna eat this, put my laundry away, shower, and then I'll be back later with something. I don't know. I have just showered, as you can tell. It's really hot in the house. I don't know if our AC is not working or what the situation is, but I'm a little hot. I want to talk about this candle that I'm about to burn. It's from Auden Lueur, which if you don't watch XO McKenna here on YouTube, she does home renovations and stuff. And she now has her own candle brand, and I am obsessed with her packaging. This is her mom's art. Her mom is a painter and paints the most beautiful things, and she literally paints stuff that matches the candle. So this one is Arlow, and the thing I like about her candles, and I think going forward I might I'm not gonna say I'm only gonna buy her candles because they're really expensive, but they're a coconut and soy blend wax, so it's not toxic, which I love. I'm not that great about I mean, I burn Bath & Body Works candles, but I would love to not do that as much anymore, but we'll see. Her candle brand is very high-end. I love it. So this is bergamot, lime, geranium, vetiver, cedarwood, amber. Very, what does she call this one? Can't read cursive, and that's what it says in here. It says, let this fragrance first awaken your senses with a burst of citrus before settling you into a warm embrace. Light to invite an uplifting and soothing sanctuary into every corner of your home. Oh, it's in a different language. I was wondering why I couldn't read. I was wondering why. I was like, what is this word? It literally says that in a different language. That's just great. So, I love these candles. Look at how beautiful these freaking jars are. Like, look at this freaking candle. It's literally in a, well, I have no nails so you can't hear anything, but it is in a custom glass vessel that she literally created herself. And this is like full to the brim with the candle. And it smells so good. I burned her Noel candle, which was like her Christmassy scent. And I love that scent so much. I hope she brings it back this winter because I will literally buy it the second she launches it. I know she said she's working on a fall scent, which with how much I loved her winter scent, I know I'm gonna love her fall scent and I can't wait to get it. But this one is not like something I would normally burn. It smells very like citrusy and orange, which obviously duh, I said that was what one of the notes was, but it's not usually my scent. But I feel like I should trust her because she knows what she's doing. I love everything about her aesthetic. And like, I don't know if you can even see, like look at this box. She puts so much detail into everything she does, not just like with her own brand, but like her whole YouTube channel is so just, it's my favorite thing ever. And I save the boxes because I love her packaging so much, but we're gonna burn that and see what I think of the smell. But I have some cookies here that I got from a bakery. I'm gonna get back to reading. Like I said, I'm on page 98, chapter 12. I'm really enjoying this. So basically the premise of the story, to keep it short, is Prince Ren was cursed somehow. I don't know why yet. We didn't get to that point yet. And his curse is that after the autumn season, when he turns 18, it restarts the season. So he's lived out the autumn season up to his birthday, his 18th birthday. I think it was like for 20 years or something like that, 20 times. They don't say 20 years, they say 20 times. And he rules this kingdom called Emberfall. Basically what happened is when this curse happened, he shut down all of the borders and kind of like went recluse because the world around him keeps revolving or keeps moving forward and like keeps going through different seasons and different years. After every autumn, he goes back to the beginning of that season. And then on the other side, we have Harper, who was trying to save this girl that seemed like she was gonna get kidnapped, and then she ends up getting kidnapped and she's brought to this like alternate dimension, which is where Ren, the prince, live. It seems like the two worlds kind of coincide and like you have to have magical abilities to go back and forth. Harper is there in hopes that the curse for Ren could get broken. She's kind of hesitant, like, fuck this, I don't want to be here, I want to go back to my family, you kidnapped me. But she's starting to loosen up a little bit, and yeah, it's kind of like Beauty and the Beast vibes, I guess is what they're saying, because I think Ren, after a certain amount of weeks in the autumn season, turns into like a beast or a monster. I mean, let's be honest, we know these two are gonna probably end up falling in love, and she's gonna break his curse with like seconds to spare, and yeah. But I am enjoying it. The writing style is really easy to understand and kind of follow and just get enveloped in. And I would love to get to like the halfway point, which is right, we'll say here, because that's the end of a chapter. So page 242, I have this much left to read if I want to get 50% through this book tonight. Chris just left, so he should be home at about 10. We're probably gonna watch the Olympics men's basketball game and just chill for the rest of the night. So I will have some B-roll in here, and then I'll probably give you a talking update right before Chris gets home, because you guys know I still don't like to talk to the camera in front of him. So I'll probably update you and give you some updates on my thoughts right before he gets here. Hopefully I'll be at that halfway point by then, but we shall see. So actually I'm kind of loving this candle. It's very bright and citrusy, and it feels like very clean, and I'm loving the ambiance it's giving me. So we're gonna get to reading. I think I just put expired fucking almond milk in it. Alright. Good morning, friends. It is Sunday. It is about 9:41 a.m. I woke up, cleaned up the kitchen a little bit, made my coffee, and then I have been spending probably the last half hour outside reading and just enjoying the beautiful weather. A reading update on A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I'm on chapter 23, page 193. I didn't come back in and check in last night because I had a second pull of French onion soup and it did not sit well with my stomach, and I started to feel so sick 20 minutes before Chris got home. And he got home, watched the game, and then we literally just went to bed, and I was like, I need to stop reading or I'm gonna vomit my guts out. That was what happened last night, and then I have just been reading a little bit here this morning. I am really enjoying this. I love Harper as a main character. She is such a badass and she's so funny, but like isn't trying to be funny. She's just genuinely being herself, and she's just very like doesn't give a shit, does what's on her mind, and she truly believes in doing what's right. Like this kingdom that Ren rules has been in poverty for a very long time because he's kind of just like holed himself up in his castle and hasn't really come out to see his people. And the kingdom of Emberfall doesn't know that the king and the queen died, so they still think that he's out there ruling, and then Ren is just like the prince when realistically he's the king. And she kind of like goes off on her own one time, and then these men are trying to burn down somebody's house and she helps save them, and she really just wants to do what's right for his people. And she's kind of getting him to come out of his shell and realize like, all right, maybe my people do need me and maybe I do need to come out of this. But obviously the curse still looms over his head, and he's like, the reason I have been holed up in my castle is to actually protect my people and not make it worse, because this is his last season in the curse. So if it's not broken by the end of the season, I don't know what happens. But it seems like from when the season resets each year, he has like 6 to 8 weeks until he turns into the monster. We haven't gotten there yet, which I'm really excited to see how that happens. He's kind of like waiting for that to happen essentially. And Harper is still trying to figure out like, okay, how do I get back home? Like, what's my brother doing? How's my mom doing? Because her mom is really sick with cancer and pretty much has like 3 months left to live, which is how long the seasons last. And her brother is in some sketchy business. Their father like kind of left for him when he ran away. So that's where I'm at. I'm really loving this. I like the writing style because it's super easy to just fly through, and the pacing is really good on this too because I'm not really bored. Usually when books have like action and then it's just like their day-to-day, I'm like, okay, I'm bored. But I like their day-to-day because it's building up their relationship, because I feel like this book is going to be more about the relationship between Ren and Harper than it is anything else really. And I'm liking seeing them both kind of come out of their shells and start to like slowly but surely enjoy each other's company. So that's that. I think I'm gonna close out this vlog here because I am gonna start doing stuff in the world. I'm gonna go visit my grandmother, and then I'm sure when I get back I'll maybe take Lou for a walk and whatnot, and probably do something with our families for dinner. So I just know that from this point right now to the rest of the day, I'm not gonna like have time to come back and update this vlog. So I'm gonna end this here. I hope you enjoyed spending the weekend with me. This was a much needed weekend of catching up mentally, physically, emotionally, all of the things. I had the best weekend, just like relaxing and doing whatever it is my body wants to do, whether that be sit on the couch for 6 hours and watch A Good Girl's Guide to Murder, or spend some time outside with the beautiful weather with a good book. It hasn't been this nice in so long. This summer has been so hot, like unbearably hot. So we haven't been able to spend much time outside. So like this is my perfect kind of weather. What is the temperature? Let's see. Like if I could live in this weather year round, I would be the world's happiest person. So right now it's 69 and the high is gonna be 79. Like that is my type of weather. Like this is my ideal weather. I want this to be New York year round. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, definitely let me know in the comments below. Let me know how you like to spend your weekends. Like, are you somebody that likes to go, or are you like me and you like to just like relax? Let me know in the comments. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel and you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.